Hey, I wanted to talk to you. Don't know if you've heard, but Haru's leaving Sandrock the day after tomorrow to go and study in Atara. He's like a little brother to me. I gotta do something for him. Nice and simple. So, I'm planning for us to get together at the old camp. Have a meal like old times. You have time to come along? I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Well, alright. I gotta go get a gift for him. I know he's gonna be doing a whole bunch of experiments over there. Maybe Fang has some test tubes or something. Come to the cave tomorrow anytime after 6 p.m. I'll tell Rambo to wait for you.
Ich wollte schon sagen, wie soll ich ihn sonst... Wunderbar. Haru geht weg, um Atara zu... Er liebt Chemie. Vielleicht kann ich ihm zum Abschied eine Brille machen? Eine Sandausrüstung habe ich da. Trudi? Mint ist gerade in Sandrock angekommen. Außerdem hat Heidis Team die letzte Überprüfung des Tunnels abgeschlossen und für ihn für fertiggestellt erklärt. Nochmals herzlichen Glückwunsch. Wir werden heute eine Sitzung im Rathaus, die letzten Schritte besprechen. Okay. Brief von Penny. Ah, in 3 Tagen. Gut, okay. Nochmal von Rudi. Viele von euch haben gesagt, dass ein Gegner von der Ziviltruppe gefunden wurde. Es handelt sich dabei um einen ehemaligen Anführer. Der zuvor nach seiner Niederlage hatte die Position. Aha. Okay. Menschlicher Gast, bitte probiere etwas von diesem köstlichen Essen. Heiliges jagt mir am Stiel, die haben nicht gescherzt, dass hier ein Echsenmann arbeitet. Und es spricht sogar unsere Sprache, jetzt habe ich alles gesehen. Ach, Kitty, kannst du mir vielleicht helfen? Ich fühle mich unwohl bei all der Aufmerksamkeit. Ah. Ein Sandrock? Ach, wirklich? Aber haben sie nicht früher gegen Sandrock gekämpft, wurde dieser Kerl gefangen genommen? Ich war schon überall und habe viel gesehen, aber das hier ist der Höhepunkt. Ich weiß, das ist so interessant.
Thank you.
Das ist überwältigend. Na, jetzt geht's mal hier ab. Ist das am Bürgermeisterhaus oder im Amt? Gut. Hi, Mensch, schön dich wiederzusehen.
Ah, hey. Nice to see you again.
Sagt er auch.
Going to the meeting as well? Mr. Musa asked me to come coordinate with Heidi on the final stage of the Sandrock Porsche Road. And who am I to turn down a long train ride? The rumbling of the train really helps me drift off.
Und wie war's denn überhaupt in Porsche?
I actually got injured there building the tunnel. Some AI machine caused the tunnel collapse.
Ja, ich kann mich entsinnen. Ich glaube, gegen den habe ich auch vor 2 Jahren gekämpft.
Luckily, the local builder in the Civil Corps saved me. It was quite scary.
Ach, die 3 von der Ziviltruppe. Richtig geil. Sam, Remington und Arlo. Das sind 3.
Other than that, it was nice. My family lives there. You'd like it there. It's nice to be back in Sandrock, though. I've got a lot to talk to Space Case about. Anyway, we've got a meeting. Let's not keep them waiting.
Thank you for coming, everyone, and welcome back, Mint. This meeting is for us to get an update on the current situation of the Sandrock Porsche Road project, as well as what needs to be done next. With that said, I'll turn it over to you, Heidi, Mint.
Thank you, Mayor Trudy. I'm happy to be back as well. Things are finishing up on the Portian side. The tunnel through the southern Eufaula range has been completed, and Mayor Gale is currently setting up a trading hub. I understand the tunnel is also done here in Sandrock?
Yep, just certified it.
Ah, that's good.
Did President Yan get rid of his mustache?
Och, Mann.
No, my boy. I'm Wei, the new commissioner here. Nice to meet you.
It's so confusing.
Yeah, anyway, That means we're right on schedule. All that's left is to lay the road and build the station.
Hä, warum sollen wir einen Bahnhof bauen? Wir haben doch einen.
I assume Mr. Musa will be running the bus route, right? Does he need buses?
Porsche has started working on a long-haul bus. Mayor Gale wants to make sure that when the road is done, we can start the routes as quickly as possible.
That's a good idea. Maybe we can help out in some way?
Well, I brought over an updated copy of the diagram for the long-haul bus. Mr. Musa wanted to commission you guys to build the water tank bus version, while Porsche builds the people ferry version.
Oh, ich kann mich noch erinnern, das war schrecklich, diesen bescheuerten Bus zu bauen. Ich hoffe, hier ist er nicht so
Oh,
kacke.
that's wonderful. Our Commerce Guild is up for the challenge.
That we are. So, if I'm getting this right, we'll be handling the bus station and the water tank bus?
That's right. Mint, let's talk about how we can finish the road after this meeting. No need to hold everyone up.
Sure.
I'll be sure to distribute the work through the mail tomorrow. So, look for that, builders.
Got it. Then okay, everything's settled. Meeting adjourned. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Naja, wie schon gesagt, ich hoffe, der ist nicht so beschissen zu bauen wie, ach, sag schon, dort drüben. Also, soweit ich mich erinnern kann, hatte ich übelst die Probleme. Was ist denn hier hinten schon wieder los? Ist das nicht die Ziviltruppe? Tatsache. Na ja, gehen wir mal rein. Was haben denn die zwei Jutsen da noch?
You have returned. I thought a lot about what you said. Duvos. You truly believe they didn't care about me? My handlers were always so driven, so on point. I find it hard to believe that they did not care. But it is true. I was left in this cell to rot.
Ja, also die beiden haben sich scheinbar nicht sehr für dich interessiert.
It surprises me not that Penn betrayed me. He was sent to observe my actions and cared not for me, nor I of him. But Matilda, I did not know she was a member of Duvos. She was sympathetic to my views while we were studying. She did not agree per se, but she understood me, listened to me. It is clear in retrospect, she was simply observing my conversion. Even that being said, why would she abandon me? Perhaps you were right. Perhaps she was never my friend, or believed in my cause. When I was in the cell with Penn and LeFou, I listened to their ramblings. LeFou did not seem to hold the same beliefs as I. He wanted more land. In fact, he did not even seem to believe in anything. I tried to share my views with him, to find some common ground. But he was far too concerned with arm-wrestling Penn. These troops were not the saviors I was expecting. Matilda. I am still shocked she was in such a position at all.
Ja, das verstehe ich aber nicht. Warum sprang sie dann aber vor die Kugel?
I have been pondering this myself. I have some theories, however I do not know her true intentions. I believe Matilda is a true tactician. While I was only aware of the water plan, she had designs far above my level. When my plan was foiled by Logan, she needed to maintain her cover and ensure the town trusted her.
Oder das kann gut möglich
I
sein.
suppose her goals were with a small shot in the shoulder. Risky, but calculated. She could not afford for Penn to let anything slip. Of course, this is simply an educated guess. I have not spoken with her since my arrest. I really believed we were friends. That being said, there are still some parts of the plan that give me so much doubt. Why did they conceal their intentions from me? What were they doing in the north?
Ach, der Plan für das Wasser für die Abwehr. Geh mal davon aus.
So I was a pawn. I was told what I was doing was to protect everyone. Though when Duvos eventually took over, they'd protect everyone from the dangers of the past. But they were excavating the ruins for these old-world relics. These weapons of war.
Das er eigentlich verhindern wollte,
The
ne?
irony.
Ja, ne?
Now, if that is all,
Ja, warum wolltest du den überhaupt erschießen?
that is something that will haunt me. I'm no killer. I think, while I believed I was doing the right thing, part of me was still thrilled to be fooling everyone. The desire for triumph got to my head. And when I was found cornered, beast will lash out. That is not a justification. At that moment, I believed everything I had worked for was falling apart. I saw red. The next thing I knew, I heard the gunshot ring out. Every night since, I have seen that scene play out in my mind. I seek not forgiveness. There is no such forgiveness. I'll regret this for the builder. I have once again been left with much to think about. Thank you. We may not be aligned philosophically. Perhaps you even hate me.
Hey, wo ist Jan? Jan ist ja gar nicht mehr da. Der Zauberspiegel ist aber noch da. Na ja, gut, ist er nicht ganz alleine. Ist doch einmal schön. Ey, du flüchtest jetzt hier nicht. Ich will mit dir sprechen. Howlett hat uns gesagt, dass die Gegner mit uns im Rhein waren. Dann waren sie es nicht. Und jetzt ist einer von ihnen hier bei uns. Es ist so verwirrend. Ach, du hast gleich noch was. Sandwürmer in meinem Tunnel? Das ist wahrscheinlicher, als du denkst.
Be seeing you.
Okay. Mit dir habe ich darüber noch gar nicht gesprochen. Vor allen Dingen in seinem Tunnel.
Kane!
Hey, I just lit the fire. If you want to eat, you're gonna have to wait a bit.
You made it. I was worried I wasn't going to get to see you before I left. I'm going to Atara to study.
Which you're gonna do great at.
Tomorrow. It's not that easy, or there'd be a lot more graduates.
But you know everything. Quick, what's 12 times 12?
144.
I'll take your word for it.
He's right. Did we really never get you doing times tables? Dang, maybe that one's on me.
Well, see? I ain't even had to think about it. Haru's gonna get himself one of those scholarmanships for certain.
Yeah, doesn't matter if he do or don't get a scholarship. I'll make sure he gets through it one way or another. Skewers ain't finished yet, Haru. You got your stuff packed?
I've got everything from the house packed already. Just got a few things left over here.
Ah, crud, I still got Haru's notebook somewhere. Help me look for it, will ya? It's got all sorts of formulas in it. Oh, yeah! I think I left it on my old bed. I get it myself, but someone needs to stay here and make sure this fella here don't incinerate our last meal as a game. I'll holler when...
Thanks. I just need to get a couple of things, then I'll be ready.
Ach so. Also,
That smells good.
einmal das.
She does.
Oh, hier glänzt was. Gut.
Logan, you're gonna burn it.
Nah, ain't gonna burn.
It's gonna burn.
Ne, ich habe irgendwas.
Ah, Arvio gave me this the other day when we said goodbye. He's really thoughtful. I've actually been interested in Fang's medicine. He has a specialized composition. I tried analyzing it before, but I couldn't recreate it. I asked, but Dr. Fang politely declined. Yeah, that's true. It's just a shame I'm leaving now and I won't have the chance to get to know him.
Gut, so
Anyway,
viel weiß ich noch
I'll keep
nicht.
these with me. I'll be glad if I can help someone out in Atara with them. Now, let's see. Is there anything else I need to pack?
So, die fressen, die... Hier ist noch irgendwas.
Actually, I wanted to give this to you. Not just this saddle. I want you to take care of Merle for me. I'm going to be taking the train to Atara. I can't bring her with me. Besides, I don't think she'll get much exercise in Atara. So I think it's better off if I leave her with a new owner. Will you take care of her?
Ja,
It's
natürlich.
such a relief. I'm so glad Merle will have someone caring to live with. Don't worry, she's a really lovely goat. She'll be happy just to spend time with you.
Einen Stall
If you don't
habe
have
ich
a
auch.
stable, I'll leave her with Logan. You can pick her up anytime. Now, let's see. Is there anything else I need to pack?
Merle wird morgen in dein Futtertrog gebracht. Okay. Harus Notizbuch. Da.
Huh? Why is this page marked? Andy, are you trying to make soap?
Yeah, Logan stinks real bad in the...
Hey,
I mean, yeah. I managed to make yak meal soup already. Followed your recipe, got it my first try. Jasmine says I got a real knack for it.
Ja, siehst du.
well, I'll be. Might be hope for you yet.
Well, if you're having fun with it, why don't you keep this one? Although, there's a lot of really dangerous stuff in here.
Me? Do something reckless with a recipe book full of explosives? Come on. I mean, maybe back in the glory days, but we're changed men. On the straight and narrow...
Don't worry, Haru. I'll keep an eye on him. Besides, he ain't dumb. Certainly not dumb.
I'll be good.
Alright, but I might...
Aw, come on.
Well, this is how it starts, isn't it?
Make me 10 more of them soaps, and I'll give you the recipe for something that blows up.
Ich mal noch 10 von diesen Sachen, ich gebe die deiner, du wirst es in die Luft gehen.
Cool.
Maybe I do need to withhold anything remotely dangerous for now.
Ja, das wäre
I
besser.
haven't flipped through this one in a while. Lots of the experiments here aren't exactly academic. I've always been a... I haven't really thought about that much. I mainly just like to look at things around me and just ask, how? How does that work? How did this happen? Chemistry is the beauty of change. In a way, it's magic. But a magic we can analyze and understand. Sometimes when things interact, there's no reaction. But sometimes you just put the right stuff together, poof, you get fireworks. At the end of the day, it's really about the discovery, and the interesting history of it all. It's said that the carbon nanotube was discovered by an old world scientist who... Sorry, I'm rambling. Oh, well, we've got it. Maybe you'll find these... Thanks for helping out. I think that's about everything.
Come on, food's ready. Get it while the getting's good.
Perfect timing.
Logan, why is it all black and crusty?
Räucherware hält sich länger.
That's what rooster meat looks like when it's cooked. Quit belly aching and try a bite.
Blech. I told you were burning it. You trying to kill me or something?
Yeah, a little bit of burn ain't gonna kill you, but starvation will. Now eat up, y'all. So, what do you think?
Es ist köstlich.
Yeah, see? At least somebody.
The builder's just trying to be nice. These rooster legs look like one of their own rockets went off on them.
I will admit, I ain't got nothing on Haru. I just know a little from when me and my pa used to go hunting. Mainly aimed to eat and not be eaten. Everything tastes good after a long day on the trail.
It's the thought that counts. I appreciate you trying to cook for a change.
Well, we ain't on the trail. You could try adding salt, pepper, something. It's a disgrace to the animal, turning them into charcoal. Oh, man. It's really sinking in. You're gonna leave me with this guy?
I'll get better at it.
It's okay. Look, Andy. These ones look fine.
Mmm.
You remember when I punted that beehive at you and you caught it?
It was an impressive catch.
I thought you'd just duck.
Well, I got you back.
Oh man, those peppers in my omelet the next day? That was not cool, man.
Could have been a lot worse. You didn't use Grace's Duvos peppers.
True, true. Alright, fine, we're even then. So, when you first met Grace, she kicked your butt, didn't she?
We had a bit of a tussle. Had to make sure she was who she said she was.
Yeah? So who won?
I'd say it was more of a draw.
Aw, come on.
I bet people would pay good money for a rematch. Spar, of course.
Yeah, well, talk to Grace about it. What do you think you'll do after schooling?
I haven't given it much thought.
Obviously you're coming back to join the gang again. Duh.
That would be my first choice.
Always a place for you here, brother.
I know, and thank you.
Ja, gib denen das
You
Geschenk.
got me a gift? Goggles. This is so thoughtful. Thank you. I'll wear these whenever I'm doing experiments, and my eyes will...
Haru, looks like the builder really cares about you too, huh?
Oh, I got you a present too. Here's 3 jars of jam. They're real tasty. I know you got a long trip, so you can eat them on the train. Grandma Vivi always says I should eat it with bread, but pro tip, it's way better just spooning it straight from the jar.
Thank you, Andy. That's really thoughtful. Here's something for me, too.
Haru, remember not to get too lost in your books, all right? Go out and make some friends, too. Join the science club or something. And hey, maybe you'll meet a special someone.
You can't force love, though.
I ain't saying force anything. I'm saying just put yourself out there. Can't meet your soulmate if you don't leave the house.
Aw, Haru's afraid to talk to girls? Don't worry, pal. You're looking at a bona fide, one-of-a-kind, dead-to-rights lady killer.
Oh, you mean yourself. As I recall, the first time you met Jasmine, she cried and ran off screaming.
Perfekt.
What? I never told you that. I mean, you must have heard wrong. Nah, that weren't me. Must have been some other handsome guy.
Yeah, right.
Ah, ich kann mich noch entsinnen. Ende!
Well, all I'm saying is, the greater point to be made is, when do we get to...
We don't. But we get to have a family. And you get to have a normal life from now on. Just ain't the normal you might have been thinking of. Haru, brother, I dragged you into more muck than I ever could have imagined. You stuck by me the whole way. Now, you walk your own path. When you leave, never look back. This is your ride, and this is where Andy and I hop off. But no matter where you go, you'll always be kin.
Ist das jetzt eigentlich auch sein Bruder oder nicht? Ich verstehe es nicht. Oder ist das nur...
Logan, I never regretted a single moment.
Don't forget me.
It's getting late. Haru's got to get his train tomorrow morning, so let's call it a night.
Thanks for coming. I guess this isn't quite goodbye yet. See you tomorrow?
Natürlich.
Hey, I came to say goodbye. My next stop is Portia. I can't wait to see that town. But before I leave, I wanted to say thank you.
Viel Spaß in Porsche.
Although my old guitar broke, I had such an amazing, unforgettable time in Sandrock. But I can't stop. I need to keep moving, discovering the world, finding more inspiration. I want to hear the stories of people all across the Free Cities. And then, I want to put all that into my songs. I'm gonna find my own best song in the world. Maybe someday in the future, you'll hear my song sung from another's lips. I'll definitely write to you. Anyway, I gotta catch the bus. See you later, Builder.
Guck mal, dein Zug kommt schon. Oh, was haben wir denn hier? Von Trudi. Wir hatten von der Kommissar her, Herrn Musa, Mint und allen anderen die Stadt. Wir werden heute eine Abschiedszeremonie im Bus, um unseren ersten Bus nach Porsche schicken. Kommt alle zur Eröffnung. Unsere Stadt wird jeden Tag besser. Wird sich auf einige unserer Preise. Okay.
Recently, I have been soliciting the opinions of Sandrockers regarding the future development of our town and infrastructure. This time, I'm glad to see everyone's excited about our future for once. We have a couple of proposals to go through tonight. So, without further ado, it is with great pleasure I introduce our wonderful Mian and Zeke to discuss theirs.
Hello, everyone! Thank you for this opportunity. Recently, I have been working with Zeke on a plan to plant a forest in the Eufaula outback that could block the sandstorms from Sandrock almost entirely. We've already demonstrated some success with the little woods near Gecko Station, but with portion water, we'll be able to scale up substantially. But I'm not the expert here, so Zeke can explain everything in more detail. Zeke? Don't worry, just go over it like we rehearsed. You can do it.
Schaffst du schon, Sieg?
Right. Sorry. Just a little nervous. Been a while. The Eufaula out back in the north is, really big. It's got lots of land and sand. If we plant trees there, they can stabilize the terrain and stop the runoffs.
Economy?
This isn't some small project, though. It'll probably cost City Hall a lot of money. No, sorry. Didn't mean to say that.
Talk about how it'll help Sandrock.
Right. If we use more water from Portia, we should be able to maintain a large enough forest in the outback to lessen or even stop the sandstorms. We'll finally get a sustainable Sandrock.
And there you have it. No sandstorms!
Thank you very much for the presentation, Mian, Zeke. We've been discussing this possibility for a very long time. Now that we finally have the know-how and Mr. Musa's backing, we might just be able to pull it off. Do you have a more detailed plan? What do we need to do first?
Oh, well, I guess I want to do a test planting on the outback sands first. The sand over there is drier, and the water table is much lower. For that, we'll need a small irrigation tower in the area.
Good idea with the test. I'll expedite a budget for that. Does anyone else have something to say about this proposal?
Makes me proud to see a guild member being such a go-getter.
I knew I could count on you. I'll help out as well.
Thank you, Builder. Commissioner Way.
Thank you all. Now, on to our second proposal. Heidi, if you please.
Good evening, everyone. To the natives here, do you remember Miss Bliss? Yeah, me too. She was the best darn teacher this side of the Alliance. And I am who I am today because she pushed me to always do my best. We don't have that for our children today. We haven't had a school since a sandstorm blew down the old one. I'd say it's about time we built a new one.
Für 2 Kinder gleich eine fette Schule?
Miss Bliss put the fear of light in me.
So I've got a proposal. It's been sitting there the whole time, since our old minister, whose name I shall not mention, took off. Pretty literally, her destroyed house is just sitting there. Perfect location for a school.
Ja, das könnte man nehmen.
Wow, that's so great! When do we start the PTA? I'll volunteer for everything.
Can Elsie go back to school?
Pa, I ain't a kid. I think it goes without saying that I fully approve of this proposal as well. In fact, I've already submitted a job advertisement for a school teacher.
Wer soll denn da kommen?
This school project and the new forest will be our town's primary focus going forward. I think if we can achieve both, we'll finally get more people to settle here. Folks, we're really close now.
We stand ready to do our part, ma'am. Right, everyone?
Yep.
This team is so reliable. I feel like we could build anything if we put our minds to it.
Ja.
He's never praised me before.
Jan hat mich noch nie gelobt.
This is going to be a lot of work. I'll spread out the assignments amongst us after I have a talk with Heidi. We'll all pitch in together and get that school looking like the pride of the Eufaula.
I never used to believe in good and evil twins, but here you are, proving us all wrong. Anyway, I hope the meeting was useful in letting y'all know a bit more about what's in store for us. I'm still open to more proposals, so if you have ideas for Sandrock, please bring them forward. Let's do our best for our city-state. So let's leave it there for tonight. Everyone, eat up. Owen went out of his way to give us a real feast for tonight. And remember...
Conserve water!
Trotzdem noch Wasser sparen. Da ist noch was, hier vorne. Trudi. Trudy, was hast du denn?
You know, lately, I've been thinking about Matilda. Although she was a Devosian agent, she used to be kind and pleasant to everyone. At the time, I was envious. I thought, that's what a mayor should be.
Du bist der wahre Bürgermeister.
It's not an easy job, but I'll always try to be the best mayor that the Sandrock citizens deserve. Anyway, even though I don't approve of Matilda's actions, I can still learn from her qualities. I think in the future, I need to be more confident when communicating with our citizens, so that they can be assured that things are getting done. I have a lot of room for improvement in this area. I'll work hard and figure it out.
Mhm. Wir schaukeln das schon. Din, 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 din. Jetzt bin ich falsch abgebogen. Das sieht immer so aus, ey. Mit dem Viech hier rumlaufe.
Nice school clock. Thank you. We'll install it when the building's complete. With all the support we're getting, my team will bang this out in no time flat.
I'm looking forward to it. And I'm sorry about the low budget. Too much went into fixing the town after the Duvos occupation. Even though the Alliance agreed to help some, we still need to cover the upfront cost.
It's okay. Even though we're going with the super economical plan, the school will still be safe, comfortable, and fine-tuned for children. Shame we had to throw out the original plan, though.
Für 2 Schüler. Na gut, mit meinem Kind sind es 3, mit dann bis 4.
Original plan? Well, just out of curiosity, can we see it?
Well, gosh, do we have time? I have it right here. Sure, why not?
Wow, this looks great. It's even better than when we had a tall sky. Why aren't we going with this one? Was budget really the only reason?
Warum haben sie denn jetzt Tall Sky jetzt übersetzt? Das ist genauso wie ein Porsche mit Sandrock, haben sie mit Sandfels. Ach naja.
Yeah, I know Trudy's been racking her brain about how to come up with more money. But with the reforestation plan also taking up a chunk, we just don't have enough.
You win some, you lose some. I think just having a school is a good start. We can consider upgrading when we get more people moving here. Now, let's wrap things up.
I said,
Ich glaube, Mian möchte was sagen.
Thank you. Mayor Trudy, Heidi! In order to promote the betterment of our town through education, which I consider the most valuable investment there is, I hereby pledge to donate a sum of 500,000 goals.
Was?
What? 500,000?
Girl, the heck you get that kind of money? I know builders are well off, but still.
Oh, you guys didn't know? Turns out Yen had just been pocketing most of my income all this time. In the end, I got a huge settlement from the Commerce Guild. I've kinda just been sitting on the money for a while, and I never wanted to use it for anything. Until now.
That Yan.
With this kind of funding, we can afford Heidi's original design and then some, right?
Mian, we are very grateful, but this is a lot. Maybe you should take some time to think this over.
Ich spende jedenfalls drum was.
Oh, a builder crew's investment. Fun.
Hold on. Let's not all rush into this. Mian, you've worked so hard for what you earned, and it was almost taken from you. I just think it's wrong for us to accept so much from you.
Huh? What do you mean? You won't accept my donation?
I just...
Trudy, if you don't take it, I'll just anonymously step it into City Hall's mailbox.
So geht's auch.
Heidi, how about this? How much would you need to carry out your original plan? Please, make a budget plan for me. Mian, on behalf of Sandrock City Hall, I officially accept your donation to the construction of a new school. We will only accept the budgeted amount and not a goal more. Furthermore, we'll do a breakdown of cost to make sure everything is accounted for. Heidi, Mian, do you accept?
No problem.
We truly thank you, Mian.
Great. Now that that's settled, I think we're going to need lots of new raw materials and assets. Builders, when I get everything planned out, I'll post them on the commission board. Be sure to keep a close eye on the board. I'm counting on you.
Vielen Dank.